I'm here today with Mr. Seth Emmons from Tiffen International. Hi, Seth. How
Hello.
are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm fine. We're happy to meet you again at the show.
Yeah, thank you for coming by.
So, what are the news that you are introducing at IBC this year?
Yeah, so we have quite a few new products across our different brands. We have some new lighting products from Lowell, as well as some camera stabilization from Steadicam, and some new filters from Tiffen.
Okay, let's go around.
All right.
Take a look.
We'll start with lighting. So Lowell is known as a very historic location lighting brand, and we are innovating now in the world of LEDs through Lowell with some kind of unique products. One of the most unique ones is this one right here, which looks like a desk lamp you might find at IKEA. It's actually a professional quality LED with a very high CRI, so it presents a beautiful soft light. It's great for talent lights, but it also can hide in plain sight for productions where you can use it as a practical light. It's also great for people who do streaming media, or they do video conferencing, or makeup artists. Generally, it creates a very flattering soft light, and it's bicolor, so you can match daylight, tungsten, or anything in between.
Right, okay. And it works with the battery, or it has its own battery inside?
This one is just with AC power.
All right. It's just you can place it there, and so it's good for some scene in a film.
Correct.
Okay.
It also does have a mount, so you could stand mount it to use as a talent light as well.
Okay, all right. And these other lights?
And then this one is the Blender XL, which this light is it's a relatively affordable light that packs a lot of power. And what we did is we made it using surface mount LEDs. So for this price, usually you find the little tube LEDs. The surface mount ones are more efficient, stronger power, and we were able to do it as a bicolor light so that you can, again, match your lighting environment. It comes with an aluminum and steel housing, so it's built very ruggedly for production. And it also includes a V-Lock battery mount for location use. Already included.
Okay, and also is suitable for close-ups, for the face, like...
Yes. It has a very professional diffusion used by some of the other larger manufacturers.
I see.
Same one, so it creates a very nice spread and a soft light.
I see, good.
Yeah.
So let's go around and take a look at the other news that you have in store for us.
Yeah, let's go over here. So here we have our newest filters from Tiffen, which are joining our natural ND filters. They're the newest ND technology that's a full spectrum.
Yeah.
So not just visible or IR light, but everything across the board. And these are graduated filters. We announced these earlier this year. We're going to start delivering very soon. But these filters provide either a hard edge graduation or a soft edge from 1 stop to 5 stops.
Right, and are they improved in referring to other filters? So have you based this product onto the feedbacks from your clients, and what did you improve?
Yeah, so what we found out a few years ago, we released the IR ND filters.
Yeah.
They were an organic material filter, and we actually won an achievement from the Academy for the technology. But what we found out was that the organic material would start to change and fade over time.
Oh,
and this
I
is
see.
true of most IR&D filters in the industry right now. If you leave them outside in the sunlight, the organic material starts to evolve, color changes.
Yeah.
So what we did is we developed a 2-step ND process, which we call the natural NDs. It uses a reflective technology to reflect IR light, and using a absorptive material to absorb it. But both materials are non-organic, so they won't change or fade over time.
They won't deteriorate or stuff
Color
like
will be
that.
consistent today as it will be 10 years from now.
Okay, so that's a huge improvement. And are your, I think they are one of the most important tools for cinematographers.
Yes, NDs are essential. In the era of fast cameras and fast lenses, NDs allow you to retain creative control and determine your depth of field regardless of the influences around you.
Did you already receive some feedbacks from most cinematographers around?
Yeah, the natural ND solids that we've had out now for about 2 years have been phenomenally well received.
Well,
they are incredibly consistent across all stops, and they're also so neutral that with or without, you really see the same kind of image.
right. So, good. And once more.
Yes, and so our last new product here is
Yeah.
our Steadicam product. It's
Okay.
called the SteadyMate S.
Okay, let's see
Sure.
what it's all about.
Would you be able to put this on real quick? So, the SteadyMate S is a accessory for the Ronin S or the Zhiyun Crane or a few of the other single-handed stabilizers, which are so popular right now for smaller cameras. They're wonderful products. They allow a wonderful range of motion, but what happens is you have to hold them out in
Yes.
front of you like this. And that causes not just arm strain, but also back strain. So you're limited in how you can use them and limited in how you can move them. So what we did is we developed a system where we can pair this effectively and cost effectively with a Steadicam arm and vest system. So we created this gimbal element here,
Yes.
which simply screws on to the right below the lowest motor of the stabilizer, and it allows a range of motion fluidly. And then our operator steps in
Okay,
with
thank
a
you.
Steadicam arm and a vest. And now we have a system that can be operated almost weightlessly. All of the weight from the system, up to 15 pounds with this system or 30 pounds with another system, is supported by the hips, which is the most ergonomic way to carry weight. It gives you a wonderful range of motion, and at the same time, it also removes the bounce
Yep.
that you see up and down, the Z-axis bounce that's common with single-handed stabilizers.
Good. So no more posture problems, no more overuse, no more neck problems. I
That's
see.
the idea. You know, Steadicam was developed not just to create great shots, but also to protect operators
Yeah.
and keep operators safe. And this system allows operators of these types of gimbals to work safely, work effectively, and have a little bit more creative freedom.
Okay, and my question is I think you have thought also at all the needs for younger filmmakers or independent filmmakers. I think,
Yes.
is this the idea? Is this the product that is suitable for this kind of clients?
Absolutely, because what we see with younger filmmakers especially is one, they're still learning some of the skills and techniques, and they're also cost sensitive. And so this product with the arm, the vest, and the gimbal that attaches to it is all less than $1,000 US.
Oh, yes.
So it's approachable. When a Ronin itself is between $600 to $800, we wanted to keep it affordable for that younger generation, and it also gives them an introduction to the larger world of Steadicam.
Yeah, that's why. And I know that Tiffen International participates very actively in the Steadicam workshops.
Yes.
So me, myself, I have tried a Steadicam on. So I have been on the workshops in Tenerife last
Oh,
November
nice.
and May this year.
That's
So
wonderful.
I came to talk also with Garrett Brown
Yes.
about the usage of the Steadicam. So I'm thinking as if I was a young filmmaker. So I wanted to introduce myself to the Steadicam operating. And I think this is nice, and this is a good idea, a very innovative idea for smaller productions that give you an opportunity to younger filmmakers to create.
That's right, because a lot of the bigger Steadicam rigs are rather expensive.
Yes.
And this allows you to at least get in a way that allows you to practice, learn the skills, because most people, well, first, everyone should try on a Steadicam because
Absolutely.
you don't have the respect for the operators that use
Until
it
you
you've
use
actually
them.
won
Yeah.
it.
Yes.
But this allows people to see before they invest
Yeah.
a lot of money, is this really what I want to do? Is this how I want
Yes.
to pursue my career?
Yes, especially if you want to take part to a Steadicam workshop.
Absolutely.
It really is very intense. So I took part to it, and I know it. I respect it. It's really hard work.
It
It's
is.
intense.
It is,
So
but it's
that's-
invaluable.
Yeah. So I'm very happy. And also we have here Chris. Hi, Chris. Mr. Chris Fawcett is with us.
Yes.
And I remember Chris, he did a great job on the Steadicam workshops in Tenerife. He is a great teacher, great man.
And a great
and
inventor too.
as well.
Inventor of the Exo vest.
Yeah,
and
yes,
a number of other little things that
yes,
make the
yes.
Steadicam better every day.
Yes, I'm so grateful to have had this opportunity and to talk with you as well.
Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. So, just another tour. Let's take just another tour around and see this Steadicam mounted with the arm and the vests here. So, are there more improvements that you want to talk about?
Sure. This is our current top of the line Steadicam, which is starting to deliver very soon. Actually, it's the Steadicam M2.
Okay.
M stands for modular. This is one of the first Steadicams that is a truly modular system where you can choose different top stages, different gimbals, different post sizes and diameters, all the accessories to it. There's variation that can be chosen.
Right.
All of this, though, is built around one key component, which is the integration of the Volt technology.
Right. Okay.
The Volt is something that was created by Tiffen to allow operators to set horizons and maintain horizons so that they can focus more on composition and other elements of operating. It's a wonderful tool, and with the M2, we built in all the control units to this top stage, and all of the encoding is built into the gimbal, so we've shrunk it down from our initial M1 iteration of it.
I see.
Made it smaller, less weight, but still just as effective.
Right. And it works effectively also with heavier cameras, right? That was the plan.
Correct. Yeah, it's phenomenal with heavier cameras. The heavier the better. It has the motors in there are surprisingly strong, and they can support a lot of weight. So you can keep your rig at a Dutch angle, for example, with a full load. And you can dial in the strength of the motors.
Right.
So if you need it to be strong, you can make it strong. If you want it to be light and gentle, so that you can have a smaller touch with it, you can dial that
depending on
in
what
too.
you have to do, what the kind of shot.
It's all about the operator's choice.
Yeah. So
Absolutely.
we have here Chris Fawcett demonstrating the use of this Steadicam with a Volt put on it. Thank you, Chris. So Chris is using a Sony camera, and I am wondering all about the Steadicam operators that are working in the broadcast business.
Yes.
So they wear those amazing heavy cameras.
Right.
So this is the right solution for them, is it?
It is, actually. So the M1 was designed to take a payload of up to 70 pounds.
Right.
And the M2 is designed to take a payload of 50 pounds, which is really the sweet spot for broadcast. Being that this is a lighter, smaller, faster rig than the M1, it's ideally situated for broadcast use.
Right. Okay. Thank you, Chris. Thank you. So it's such a pleasure, and for me it's always such an honor to be here and talking about Steadicams. And I wonder if maybe one day we would have the opportunity to have. Oh my God, I lost my words. Garrett Brown here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder.
Garrett still does travel. He's still definitely heavily involved in our R&D and development. It's quite possible you would see him here again one day.
Is Tiffen actually going to study or improve more Steadicam technique with Garrett, or with Chris, or with the others?
Yeah, we have some things in development now. This system here, the M series, is pretty well fleshed out at the moment, but we have some other ideas for some other products.
Right.
That are in the same vein, but in a little different category.
Okay, so looking forward.
Yes, another year or two. Yes, we'll have some other interesting things.
Okay, so we can see something more. Yes. So thank you, Seth. It was really, really beautiful talk with you again.
Thank you. It was nice to speak with you as well.
Thank you. Tiffen International booth with Seth Emmons. Thank you very much.